time we got? 7:46 a.m. on a Monday. We got Farrakhan.
We rounded up all that we could find. And stripped from them everything except the language and drove them into the caves of Europe. Across.
Let's see what Farrakhan talking about.
So today, you gotta do what? Children of Israel and claimed it for themselves. For his promise. This question says that somebody, yes sir, has usurped our position. That's right. This question says that somebody has taken the promise of
So,
God to the children of Israel and claimed it for themselves. For those of you biblical and Quranic scholars, God to the children of Israel, this question says that somebody has
hold on.
taken the promise of God to the children of Israel and claimed it for themselves. Has usurped our position. This question says that somebody has taken the promise of God to the children of Israel and claimed it for themselves. For those of you biblical and Quranic scholars, today we are prepared to call out the scholars.
Yeah. Got to watch it because people still watching these videos of mine. People still listening to me. So you got to be aware that the Homeland Security people could be trying to commit a criminal act, and they want you to be the victim of that criminal act. But they're just trying to be patient. Yeah, like Homeland Security people. You got some of them that work undercover for the white man in the black people's communities, and they can make you fall victim to one of their shenanigans or incidents just to, you know, yeah, yep. So you got the people next door right here at on my when I first come out this house, it's on my immediate right. My immediate right, and then the other house on my immediate left. See, those people got a lot to do with me being over here. The lady next door had two little girls. So she got little girls. She got cameras. She coming out waving. I remember all the stuff she used to do to me. Let me know she with them. So she gave me the... So what is she doing that for to me? Now she trying to pretend like she a regular citizen? No, it's not going to work. What about the people next door with the dope? They went from dope to dogs. The people next door. The people next door. The people next door with all the dogs. First they were selling big time dope. That's what I was told. I was told in the Izet's old house. Big time dope. Dogs. You got a family. What happened to the dude with the black BMW? Where's he at? The dude with the journey with him too, though. He just playing a different part. Yeah. The dude with the black BMW, that wasn't him with the ski mask. That was Rufus. No. No, the dude with the black BMW more darker than Rufus. Rufus dark skinned, but dude dark, a little bit darker. Yeah, Rufus taller. Yeah. Yeah. So you gotta be careful because they can get you, they can get me. Yeah. Yeah, if they want to. So I got to watch out for me. I ain't got no car, man. Most of the time I walk down the street. But it ain't even safe to walk down the street at some point. Well, it is, but you know, you might have to hurt somebody. Yeah, because people will hurt you. Hmm. You heard what Farrakhan said? Let's listen to what he said again.
Believe in a mystery God who's 85% of the people. And what has happened to black people because the light of truth has not shown the root of white supremacy. Once the light of the sun strikes the root of the tree dies. And what has happened to black people and white people and Jews and Gentiles is that a small group, 10%, have deceived and misused 85% of the people and sucked their blood to live in luxury at the expense of those who do not understand the law of cause and effect and believe in a mystery God and a poison animal eaters. But the wickedly wise have known the truth. And because they know the truth and they know the time, they are working night and day to trick you out of the promise of God and take you down to hell with them because the time of their end has come.
Yeah, Farrakhan. Yeah. Yeah. The Most High God, He didn't want He gonna keep the black people alive. But at the same time, when He say He want to destroy them, He gonna destroy a lot of them. So it's a lot going on, man. But anyway, let's talk about Google and Chris and Chris and Taisha and Chris. It's Chris. It's Chris. Where's Chris at now? We know he got to go to bed. We know he got to eat something. He ain't no Superman. He got to wake up in the bed. Where you at with Taisha? What are they doing? So basically, all these things that's been happening around here, with the dog being out there all day, Chris wearing the pink shorts, Taisha hearing stuff, me over here, she bringing bags through the door, showing me the gun. Remember that? Remember I said she showed it to me again, she pulled it out. Now how did she even know that? She heard me? Why would she even do that? Remember that? Remember I was saying, if she showed me that gun one more time, I'm going to take it from her. Remember that? Now how did she even know that? Why would she even try to do that? See what I'm saying? That's kind of like she either wanted somebody to get hurt or get hurt. You know what I mean? She would have said, man, what is he talking about? But she did it twice. She did it once in here, and she did it once in the car. She said, "Look, I got it." Remember that? She said, "Look, I got the gun. I got it right here." That was in the car because I had already said it in the recording. Then I was coming up the stairs and she pulled it out again. Like, I got it right here. You talking about this? I said, what? How the hell is she? What? So Chris did the same thing, but he only pulled his out once in the U-Haul truck. When we was on our way to Best Buy, he said, "Look, Scooty, I got it." Wow, ain't that something? See, so Chris and Taisha, they want me to make it see, they want me to think that it's just made up. You know what I mean? They want me to think that I'm paranoid. Yeah, leave it up to Chris and Taisha. They want me to think that I'm paranoid, knowing that Chris is not really from Chicago. He probably listen. Anybody can set up a phony residence, man. Especially if you big time. You got clearance. They can set up a phony residence for him. Right? You can set up a phony residence for any type of person with high clearance. You feel me? Right? So Chris got the clearance. He can have a house over here. He can have a cousin and an auntie. You know, he can show you a school picture. See? He can make it all seem like when he tried to pick me up. Remember he tried to pick me up on 95th? Remember that? I was up on 95th and Chris tried to pick me up. Where did he come from? How did he know? They was hoping that I'll see him and get in the car because I had drove his car. So, he let me drive his car, right? So, he knew that I may need a ride. He ain't got no problem with giving me a ride, right? So, when I was sent up to 95th, all that was just a part of it. Me going to get the medication, hoping that I run into Chris. Hoping that I run into Chris. Hoping that I run into Chris and hoping that he can pick me up and talk to me about the guy that was in the car. And the guy in the car, he can use it as reassurance. He can talk to me about Chris being from over there and, yeah. But it was all just a part of, it's all something to make me look paranoid. But at the same time, they want to be able to put the doo-doo and trash down. And the little girls. Then they got the baseball bat boys ready. Yeah. Got the police. The police that ain't really gonna do nothing for you with certain members of the community. See? That's Farrakhan going off. Let's see what he got to say, man. Damn, Farrakhan is going off, don't he? Check him out. Check him out.
Everybody everybody that talks to the God who has come, awaken you, cleanse you, and reconnect you to the God who has come for your and my salvation. I'll get into more of this during
Hold
the
on.
lecture, but it's too much. You'll have to get the book yourself. Now, after I'm sending it, of course, to
We begin with the big issue, investors balancing stimulus optimism amid rising rates and inflation concerns.
The US are being a bit confusing here. Threats on interest rates. You've got Janet Yellen actually saying, well, maybe a rise in interest
Hold on.
rates would be a good thing. Most of us going over the side.
Let me get some shots in this video.
sending it to Negroes.
And it's putting so much liquidity into the system.
We're sending it to black college presidents.
You can't balance off those two. You've got the Treasury giving an interest rate forecast. Maybe
Glenn
pushing
Beck,
the taper conversation.
Larry King,
And the Fed, for the time being, is going to be
everybody that talks.
relatively cautious.
It's not the same as what Janet Yellen said. The overall balance of financial conditions. It's inevitable that that conversation has to happen.
Kennedy and Cohen.
Are we too sanguine about inflation, or are we perhaps overly concerned? Joining us now, Winnie Caesar of Wells Fargo, Luke Hella of UBS. Winnie, I want to start with you. Where do you fall on this region of the conversation? It seems as though, in some ways, inflation worries have been unwound from a lot of markets.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks so much for having me today. I think that you're right. It's been a really interesting move in the rates market, especially as we've seen some kind of underwhelming
It would free you
employment information.
from your
And I think that
open enemy.
investors really looked at the recent inflation prints and looked at the really significant moving pieces that were driving inflation higher and kind of looked to those things and said, well, perhaps
So if Chris and Taisha can get me to just think about living down here, it's not them. You know, they ain't got people with baseball bats waiting to hurt me, and they ain't got Craig involved, IT, and a person that live on Elizabeth ain't involved, and a person on Loomis ain't involved, and a person on Ada ain't involved. Then they can actually really hurt me one day. You feel me? Yeah. Hold on.
To all these talking heads. Now, after I'm sending it, of course, to all these talking heads. Kennedy and Cohen, Glenn Beck, Larry King. Yeah! Everybody that talks.
Farrakhan said he sent the book to everybody that talks. Boy, Farrakhan is something else, man. Hey, listen. But, so, like I say, Taisha and them know people can rent cars and come over here. Yeah. Yeah. But the same people that's doing this, the same person, Mike, Chris, Taisha, Scary, all of them is the same people. Rufus, all of them is working with Google's money. Yeah, they don't supposed to do that because it's like committing a crime. It's like murder for hire. Murder for hire is this, man. Murder for hire is when people can team up on you and set you up and get you somewhere and make you cross the street and 3 or 4 people run you over. Yeah. They can set you up because maybe you did something to an oil company. Maybe you sued a medical company. Maybe the insurance company, you sued them too much. You got them out a lot of money. So people can team up on you. They don't supposed to do that. Insurance companies don't supposed to put money on a person's head. That's kind of like fucking their license up. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of like not doing what they're supposed to do. You know, yeah, they're supposed to be an insurance company. They don't supposed to come after you and try to have you killed. Oil companies don't supposed to try to have you killed because they got sued out of some of their oil money. You know, they get emotional and want to try to kill you. It's kind of like crooked, so they can actually be sued for all their money and thrown in jail too, and be sitting in prison with a prison number. The big oil people can. The medical companies, anybody that try to kill somebody, Google anybody. But what they holding on to is, who's gonna call us on our hits.
Continue the work of, doing our job and trying to get a bipartisan agreement.
Which raises a question of what actually is already being priced in and what actually could get done. For more, let's bring in Michael McKee, Bloomberg Chief International Economics and Policy Correspondent. Mike?
Well, you're right, Lisa. This is going to be a week focused on politics.
Yeah, Mike. Let's bring in Mike.
That we will be following, but those infrastructure talks do get to the
Yeah. Anyway, Google and Chris and the Cat Man. Where's the Cat Man and Steven Sawinski at? They still around, so we're still around. I'm willing to bet you if you ask them if they know I got hit with the baseball bat, they'll say yeah. So they already know it's like a criminal activity. They taking in some of the goodies. They ain't nothing but some little private, little sneaky little crooks. Yeah, if they was sitting in prison somewhere and had to come from behind the bars, they'd be scared. Yeah, especially when they had to get their food, like Steven Sawinski or the Cat Man. He in line at the prison. Say, come on out, Cat Man. You're not the Cat Man anymore. Say your number, prisoner 829978. Don't use the Cat Man around here. That's what got you in trouble. They'll be scared to be in jail because somebody might take their food from them, because they may be hungry, because in jail you look forward to eating. In jail, you look forward to eating, man, because you be sitting up in your cell all day. So if Chris was in jail, if Taisha was in jail, they'd be looking forward to eating. And then if somebody wouldn't let them eat, somebody say, ha ha ha. But see, they can listen to this video and hear it, and all the people committing a crime, huh? You want to commit some type of murder, huh? For money. To shut somebody up. You don't know me to shut me up. I ain't did nothing to you. I ain't scared of you. You trying to make it your duty to shut me up. Give me a reason why. Am I taking money out of your pocket? How so? I don't even know you. Don't make up nothing now. Don't try to come up with some
Specifically, an exclusive interview with Bloomberg News. If we ended up with a slightly higher interest rate environment, it would actually be a plus for society's point of view and the Fed's point of view. Winnie, do you agree?
I do agree. When you look at how low rates have gotten over the past 12 months, they really are at kind of an unsustainable level. Now, for corporate credit, it has been an absolute boon because so many issuers have been able to lock in very long-term borrowing costs. Similarly, the U.S. Treasury has been able to lock in some pretty significant savings in terms of interest expense. But if we do start to see some uplift, that is pretty constructive for curves being relatively steep. That's a much more productive environment for corporate credit and for investors to be operating in. And it does give everybody a little bit of a confidence that at least that there's some wiggle room for the Fed to be able to react whenever we have whatever the next credit cycle is going to ultimately be. That's clearly a ways off.
Winnie, how much is good and how much is bad, right? I mean, at what point is a rate increase disruptive, and at what point does it send a good message that we're growing at an appropriate rate?
So I think it's all about the pace and also the outlook for the broader
Yeah,
economy.
man.
If you recall, the Fed ended up doing some rate cuts at the end of 2018 when it felt like growth
So
was
murder for
slowing.
hire,
People were
assault for
expecting
hire.
tax cut levels, especially
So
later
people
on
can
in the
come up
fall,
with a
when
with a reason
you know
why
we're
they
all
could want to
concerned
assault you.
what was going
You
on with
know,
tariffs in China.
you're a
But I
thief,
think
you're a
that
wallet
also
thief, you're a molester.
to trundle along
You're a credit card fraud person. You frauded these people out of their money. You know.
financial crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also seeing
Yep.
relatively modest purchases of rates going
But
up.
somebody had to start that, so Chris started it. He gave it to Taisha. Taisha running with it. As long as she get her money, her rent paid for, and as long as she can get a nice rented car and she can keep steaks and lobsters and crabs and you know, she don't really care about me. You know, I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. You know, but they try to hurt me. People around here. And the police won't even try to go and say you right because basically saying you're not right about the G6. We don't got no license plates. And that Rufus guy, we don't know. How do you know it's Rufus? See, how police don't even supposed to talk like that. They're supposed to say, okay, you know the guy with the ski mask. You sure? Where does he live? Okay, we'll go over there. Ask for Rufus. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. Go over there, ask for Rufus. Or, sir, your name's been implicated in the crime. See? Because if anybody else probably would have did that, if somebody would have got robbed in the neighborhood, coming home from work or getting out of their car and they knew some of their assailants, you know, the lady probably recognized some of the people's voices, the height and build, you know. So she said, yeah, I recognize two of the people, you know. They're supposed to take that lead because the lady, she got hurt. That's a lead they didn't have. But in my case, they don't want no leads. So they kind of like, the police in St. Paul told us to do this and the people, man. He said we're gonna leave and this and that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's them, Mm-hmm. The CIA know too. It'll shock you to know that they know that because they.
That is the perfect phrase for 2021. Midday while the sun still shines. Lukawa, Winnie Caesar, you're both sticking with us right now. Let's get some movers ahead of the opening bell. Bloomberg's Abigail Doolittle joining us now. Well, Lisa, we have the stock futures basically flat, slightly mixed. So let's take a look at a few stocks that are really shining and popping higher. Starting out with the shares of Biogen, the stock is climbing after climbing by 5% on Friday. This ahead of a key FDA decision on their controversial.
So Chris and them, they don't really care about what I say in the video. They just want to continue to do what they're doing.
So it could net be a positive.
So if it comes down to hurting me, killing me, yeah, because somebody gonna cash in. Somebody gonna cash in. Somebody may have an insurance policy. My mother, Taisha, because that's my daughter, my kid's mother.
You'll notice it is a $3 stock. At the beginning of the year, AMC, now $50 stock, had been a $2 stock. It is up 22.5%, and that, of course, is an LNG company. And then Evofem Biosciences up 12%, not even a dollar, Lisa, but you can see that this Reddit trade, this mania around these low-cost stocks when they start out continues. The short interest on these latest two are not even that high, about 6%. At what point can we call them no longer low-cost? AMC and GameStop raise that question. Abigail, thank you so much. Coming up, reshaping the corporate tax environment. The G7 striking a deal to help countries collect more taxes from major multinationals. How realistic is it for this to get passed? More on that conversation still ahead. Right now, you can see a market that's not doing that much. S&P futures up barely, basically flat on the day. Red and green on the screen. This is Bloomberg.
Yep. So, Chris and them gonna do what they gotta do. You know, just like Mike said, you know, you know what you said, Mike. You know what you said, Cat Man. You know. So Google, I wonder do they have any discipline there? They say, yeah, we have discipline. Didn't you feel the bet? Yeah. You know, they got the power, huh? It's Chris and Taisha. Part 6. And Google and the crew. And you have to watch it because they get you like, die, bitch ass nigga. Die, you bitch ass nigga. Chris know he over here doing that. Just being bad. He don't know that I've been around, you know, but he figured he got a car, he can come over and say, huh. He ride in the white car and say, hey, Ty. He got the bag strapped over him like the other dude. Yeah. They're really taking it to me, huh? What a big shot. All you guys picking on one person. Yeah. I guess everybody else got bodyguards, huh? Yeah.
G7 has taken significant steps this weekend to end the existing harmful dynamic, making commitments today that provide tremendous momentum towards achieving
Yeah,
a
man.
global minimum tax at a rate of at least
That's the white lady.
Secretary Yellen securing a landmark tax deal with the G7, agreeing to a 15% minimum corporate rate, new rules enabling foreign governments to go after U.S. tech giants, shedding the spotlight on tech heavyweights. Facebook executive Nick Clegg praised the accord, tweeting, quote, today's agreement is a significant first step towards certainty for businesses and strengthening public confidence in the global tax system. For more, let's bring in Bloomberg's Maria Tadeo from Brussels. Maria, a lot of skepticism, especially as big tech executives came out in praise of the agreement. What actually has been agreed upon, and do we actually expect to see a higher tax regime for some of the multinationals?
Well, I know it's a very good question. So this is what we know. What the G7, they've agreed to tax digital companies. All of this is very much aimed at digital companies, at least 50%.
Yeah.
Everything that is key here, I would say almost
They gonna do
more
it.
important than the actual tax
So,
is the fact that if you're
Chris and the crew,
outside of the European
if you don't watch it, it's murder for hire. Yeah. What time is it? 8:20. What they gonna do for me? They want me to go to the store and get some coffee. I can go to that store. Yeah, well, why not? I just don't. The reason why is because I know trouble can happen. And sometimes if you have to avoid trouble, just avoid trouble. You ain't got to show that you're tough all the time. So you got to use your head.
Why has there not been any more reaction in tech shares to some of the proposed taxes, considering the very low taxes that the likes of NVIDIA pay versus what they would have to pay under this theoretical regime?
Yeah, I think that's been interesting. We've been asking that
Yeah.
question a little lately. I think it's important to note that
Anyway. So yeah, you got the people, huh? With the power. Chris. And he trying to make it seem like that, you know, he really doing something. Somebody gave him a job to do. What's his job? To give me doo-doo and trash and hurt me? Hmm. Yeah, man. I already know, Daddy-O. One day I might find me a job in a car or something. Thinking about where could I get it from, you know? Yeah, because I done had plenty of jobs. So it's just, I ain't panicking. I'm gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Chilling.
Woody, from the credit side, what do you make of Luke's
A
point
lot of
that
people.
we're heading toward a higher tax regime? How does that play into the corporate debt space?
So in the corporate debt space, the vast majority of the tech companies, particularly investment
Got a lot of people.
are very highly rated, huge
Got a lot of
cash flow
people
generators. And I think that one of the
that'll
things
lie
that
to
is
you.
really important
That'll
to
help
consider
trick you out of your
is
life.
if we have a more predictable
People help
corporate
trick
tax
you out of your
regime
life
and a focus
if you
more
let
towards
them.
globalization, this actually helps reduce
Because they
the amount of
pretend like they with
event
you, but
risk
they
that
really
you
not.
have in the technology space. You know, as Luke mentioned, having some certainty, some clarity around what policy is going to be really gives investors confidence in how they're going to put cash to work. We've been underway
So I really don't need no evidence. I already got the evidence about Google. But since it's Google against me, who's going to believe me? Like nobody, but they know that I know. So, you know, it's like, you know, but they don't know. Take this.
get a little bit of clarity around the corporate tax side of things. I think that some of that investment starts to be a bit more minimal. And then we actually have across the tech space in investment grade.
Luke, before we let you go, I've been getting some persistent messages from Tom from Pebblebase. He wants to know some important things like can Tottenham benefit from players forming Juventus and whatever that means, and can Montreal win? So, would you like to cater to Tom from Pebblebase and let him know your view on the Maple Leafs?
Yeah. People. Google. But they don't want you to know it's them. They don't want me to know. I already know, but they know that I can't prove that. They know I can, they know I can't prove that. They know I can prove it a little bit, but they know with the little proof, ain't nobody gonna be like, yeah, man, that ain't that. That could be anybody. There ain't no Google.
I think the market's continued ability to grapple with the decline in China's credit impulse to me is the most interesting and important dynamic to watch. We all knew this was the risk coming into the year. It's happening for that.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.